Ciao guys. There's a spooky mystery of hissing meteor sounds, and they think it might be solved. Well, the mystery involves seeing this fireball approximately, anyway, the same time that we hear it. So they're going to hear these sounds of the meteor and not even realizing that this meteor is actually scraping above the glass and causing these scraping sounds. And the scraping sounds will be actually begin. They will begin before the triboluminescence happens. Triboluminescence, if you remember, is the concept of making light as glass rubs against glass or something else rubs against glass. It's going to make a light. It's called triboluminescence. And so it's actually going to make the light, but it's going to begin to make the scraping sound a little bit before it illuminates, right? It's going to start to glow and get really hot and red or whatever and illuminate. Triboluminescence. It's going to, but the sound is going to be in a few seconds anyway before it illuminates. And so that's what we have there. You see on the left there that meteor, it skids across, creates a triboluminescence, and goes away. That's what's happening. It's just simply their refusal to admit, to understand we're living inside the concavity of the Earth, and light is bending, and light is slowing as it gets to the center, but also as these fireballs, these celestial objects that are inside that make cyclical journeys from month to year, they're causing triboluminescence, which creates the light, but the rumbling begins before the light. It's very simple. And so they talk about how, oh yeah, it's finally solved because we set up this apparatus. They put a black painted plexiglass in front of the some kind of illumination. There, black painted plexiglass, right? And they say, oh yeah, we basically copied what's going on here. No, that's not what happened. But yeah, it is hitting a hard surface. That's why we can bounce the radio waves. Remember, specular coherent reflection. That's what's happening. It's just simply the refusal to understand that these fireballs are up inside the concavity of the Earth and they're scraping against glass. And obviously the scraping sound will begin before we actually see the sonoluminescence. Do you understand? Yeah. Precede a streaking fireball. Yeah, well, yeah. Sure. The sound will begin before it heats up. Very simple. Their new study is baloney. It doesn't understand that these meteors are actually hitting a hard surface. Funny that they would even use a hard surface, right? Why would they have to use a hard surface? Let alone glass, plexiglass. Well, that's what's happening. Watch this video where I explain to you that is, I'll move that over here. That is why we get the slowing of light as we send radar telescopes up toward the center and we try to bounce a signal off a celestial object. While not understanding that light actually slows, we have these different levels of glass. We have this Dewar area between the moon glass and the sun glass, which slows down the light, and we also have another area between the sun glass and the celestial sphere glass, incredibly slowing down the light. Look at Pluto, 5.5 hours. So as we get closer to the celestial sphere, the light slows, but also sound slows and speeds up too. In water, sound will get really fast, right? There's a difference between the compression and the refraction of the actual sound waves, which will actually, the compression happening with the sound waves actually slows it down. That's why sound is pretty slow in the air. But regardless of that, that's what's happening. The sound is beginning before the light. It's simple. It's that glass sky that'll do it to you all the time. Scientards. That's what it is. Ciao.